Hey there. In a previous video I showed how to play natural harmonics on the guitar. In this video I'm going to show you how to play artificial harmonics and pinch harmonics, which are similar to natural harmonics, but they're a little more advanced techniques, and they're a little more versatile because they allow you to play harmonics in additional places on the fretboard. So let's take a look first at artificial harmonics. If you remember, a natural harmonic is played by your right hand either plucks or picks the string, and your left hand goes on top of a fret, touches the string without pressing all the way down. So you get something like this. Right. With an artificial harmonic, you can kind of expand on that because one of the limitations of a natural harmonic is that you really can only play it on certain frets. It doesn't work on other frets. It really has to do with the the length of the string and then certain points along that string where the harmonics ring out. With an artificial harmonic, what you can do is you can kind of change the length of the string, and that allows you to play the harmonic on different frets. So for example, if we look at the open G string, right? We know that on the 12th fret we can get the octave, which is right here, and that the harmonic there is an easy one to play. It's the same note as the 12th fret. But what if we wanted to play, let's say, the harmonic on this note right here, the B flat, right, which is on the 15th fret. So if I play that, it doesn't really sound right. It's not the right harmonic. What I can do is, by playing on the 3rd fret here, I'm basically changing the length of the string. So now it goes from the 3rd fret to the saddle instead of from the nut to the saddle. So the string length changes. That allows me to play a harmonic on the 15th fret. I'm basically moving up 3 frets here, so I can move it up 3 frets here. So it sounds like this. See, now we can hear that note. Again, this is without playing the 3rd fret. And then if I play the 3rd fret, so it's a really handy technique for accessing different harmonics on the fretboard. What you might have noticed is that I have to kind of do 2 things with my right hand, because my left hand now, I can't use my left hand to play the harmonic. I have to use my left hand to fret the note. So my right hand has to do 2 things. It has to pick the note using the pick, and it also has to touch the string above the fret with a different finger. So usually most players play with their thumb, the pick between the thumb and the forefinger, your index finger. Some people do it like this, which is fine, but most people do it this way. So if you do it this way, you're going to have to switch and hold the pick between your thumb and your middle finger. That leaves this finger available to play the fret. So let me just kind of break it down a little bit. Remember, I'm fingering the note here, so I'm holding that down. With my right hand, I'm picking the string with my pick, which is between the thumb and the middle finger. And then I'm going to put my index finger right above the fret. Again, just like a natural harmonic, I'm not pressing down onto the fret. I'm going to touch the string lightly and not press it all the way down. And then I play it like this. And the thing that's cool about this is if I want to move up, let's say I want to play it 2 frets higher, I just have to fret 2 frets higher here, so I could go here now. On the 17th fret. So artificial harmonics are really versatile. They allow you to play harmonics in a lot of different places. It's going to take a little practice if you've never done it to get that kind of coordination with the right hand, but it's really not that hard. Just kind of have to get used to doing it. You can start by just moving the pick to between your thumb and your middle finger and just playing a note. Right, get used to that, and then as you're playing it, move your finger down so that it's touching the string. And like with other harmonics, once you play it, you want to take your finger off. You don't want to leave it on there because it won't ring out as long. So, okay, so that's artificial harmonics. Before moving on, I'm going to show you one other way that you can play artificial harmonics, and that's by tapping. So instead of playing the way I just showed you, which would be like this, you can actually just tap directly on the fret like this. And again, you can do it in different spots along the string to get different harmonics to ring out. So that's another cool thing you can incorporate into your playing. There's a song by Van Halen, "Girl Gone Bad," and the beginning is a lot of tapping harmonics. It's something like this. He also does it in the beginning of Spanish Fly on an acoustic guitar, on a nylon string guitar. So, okay, that's artificial harmonics. Let's move on to pinch harmonics. So with these, the technique is a little bit different. You're actually only really going to focus on the right hand. The left hand kind of does what it normally does. You fret the notes normally, but the right hand does something a little different. First, let me show you what they sound like, the difference in the sound. So I'm just going to play something normally without any pinch harmonics. So now if I want to play a similar kind of thing but incorporate pinch harmonics with my right hand, it might sound like this. So obviously it's quite different. You can hear those high-pitched harmonics in there. And basically what I'm doing is two different things with my right hand. First of all, I'm choking up a little bit on the pick. So instead of holding the pick like this, let's say, I'm just letting just a little tip of the pick stick out. And then the other thing is I'm changing the angle on the string that I attack the string with. So I don't go down quite as much. Like normally I'm like a downward pick slant kind of player. So I kind of, when I play, I kind of go down into the next string. But when I pinch harmonic, I kind of rotate my wrist so it kind of goes out a little bit. And I do this because that lets the lets my thumb kind of touch the string directly after I play it with the pick. And that contact is what makes the harmonic ring out. So when you're playing it, just kind of experiment with rotating your wrist a little bit and find where you can get that harmonic to ring out. So I'll start with not, just playing it kind of normally, and then I'll rotate a little bit and you'll start to hear the harmonics play. Also, where you do it on the string makes a big difference. So if it's not happening in one spot, move up or down a little bit and you'll start to hear different harmonics ring out. See that? You can pretty much do it on any note, So just experiment with that. It's a really effective technique. It helps to have a lot of distortion or overdrive because, again, that just makes the harmonics ring out better. But you don't really need to do that. You can also do it with a clean sound. If you're having a hard time in the beginning, maybe start with the distortion. But you should be able to play with a clean sound or even on an acoustic guitar. You just have to experiment with how to hold the pick and what angle to use, and also where along the pick you're playing it. So yeah, I guess that's about it for this lesson. Artificial harmonics and pinch harmonics. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. All right, I'll see you in the next lesson.